Hey, you dude, the doorbell just rang. I need to hang up. But I'm gonna call you back, okay? Okay, nice. See you then. What is this? Your new life. Here. What are you talking about? Who are you? You know me. I used to be you, but you changed. Hi! Yep, this is my first YouTube video. Yeah, well, I first didn't know what this video should be about, and I came up with the idea that I should explain you why I started the YouTube channel and everything. Mind-blowing, I know. I should also introduce myself and explain you what this is actually about and what happened in the last couple of months that made a huge change in my life. Yeah. So this video is basically my life story until now. So why should you be interested in my previous life and what I've been through? Well, I think it is important to tell you what I've been through, because I think it gives you a reason or an understanding what this work means for me and how I came to this point in my life. And it may also make you consider your life and your life decisions and your life experiences, which made you to the person you are today. It helped me a lot to think about my past life again and to make this video here, because it gave me a better understanding on who I am. And that gave me the opportunity to think about what I really want in my life and how I want to live my future. Most people may say that our past experiences shaped our personality and made us to the person who we are today. But I think we have the ability to decide for ourselves who we want to be and what exactly we want to take out of our experiences. So I hope that you get inspired by my first video and by my life story to think about what you really want in your life. Let's get started! My name is Menne. I am almost 20 years old now and I was born in Cologne. I'm living here in Cologne for my entire life, meaning the last almost 20 years. Well, I'm only 19, so it isn't that surprising. But funny story about my birthday. I don't know how my parents managed that, but my brother and I have birthday on the exact same date, but 7 years apart, meaning he's 7 years older than me. Well, I guess I was a nice birthday gift, although he had his first day of school and his 7th birthday on the date I was born. Crazy coincidence, right? Yeah, I also have a sister. She is 8.5 years older than me, so I was always the cute little brother who wasn't taken very seriously. But it was really wonderful to have siblings which took care of me and were always there for me in my life. I grew up. Went to kindergarten. A really nice time. I was in the bear group. We used to go outside a lot and we ran down this little hill here like every day, well my friends and me, and I don't know, in my memories this hill is huge, but they changed a lot here. Well I was a little kid, so everything tended to be huge for me, I guess. My mother had to wash my trousers every day because it was that dirty. But she was quite happy about it, because she knew that I had a lot of fun. Alright, next chapter, going to my primary school. We just need to... There, turn around. Yep, my primary school. Yep, a lot of memories here. I used to go to the elephant class. For the people who don't know the German school system, it is a little bit different in every state of Germany. But basically, as far as I know, primary school starts at the age of around 5 to 7. It depends on how fast you develop and when you're ready for school. There's nothing bad to start school at 7. I did actually, so I was, one of the late developers, but I mean, it's okay. But I'm actually quite thankful that my parents noticed that. Well, the problem was that my birthday is in summer. So I always had birthday in the beginning of school. And in the summer I just turned 6. I could have entered the school already, but my parents thought it would be better to wait another year. Well, my mother tried to explain it to me several years later because she herself experienced difficulties in school because she started school too early. So I started school a year later with 7 and it worked out perfectly for me. School was always easy and the additional year in kindergarten definitely didn't hurt me. I also had to go to the after school caring place. It is over there, by the way. Yeah, all the classrooms are over there. Anyways, in the after school caring place, we were supervised and could eat something and could do our homework, which I had a lot of difficulties doing. Sometimes I had difficulties doing these. Because I just didn't want to. Sometimes I just sat there for like 2 hours straight and couldn't do anything and just looked in every direction but couldn't concentrate on doing my homework. I don't know. Happens. My mother also worked there until my 3rd grade. Until she left to start working at a hospital. The same hospital my dad was working at. My dad was always the one of the family who was working full-time to support the family financially. He lost his dad in his youth, that's why he had to take care of himself quite early. He had high expectations on me to fast develop independence and to take care of myself. I must be honest here, it wasn't always easy between us. My mother was more the contrary part. She was very emotional and caring, but a little bit overprotective, so yeah, but I love them and I'm really glad to have them. Primary school was also the time I started playing soccer. Our soccer club was decent, I would say. Yeah, but then our coaches didn't have enough time anymore to keep us training because they also had their daily jobs and were training us in the free time in the afternoon or in the evenings. So they quit. Well, the next coach was kind of a jerk and it was about the time I went to grammar school, so I quit as well and went to my secondary school. But before, let's change. Well, I would say I came here very quickly, but actually I went by bike. Yep, this ugly building in pink. This over there, that was my classroom for like the first 3 years. I don't know why it's pink. I guess it has something to do with monument protection, but seriously, I don't know. Oh yeah, this is actually my school. It is a private school, but not that fancy as most of you might think. My parents didn't have to pay anything extra for it. I guess I just needed good grades in primary school to get here. I had the opportunity to join 1 out of 5 classes, each having a special theme. A. Latin class. Actually, I don't understand why. B. Sports class. C. Science class. D. Music class. And finally, E. Normal class. Meaning they didn't have a special theme. I always loved doing sports, so I went through the sports class. In the 5th grade I started playing badminton with my best buddy Tim. We got to know each other during soccer. He was the keeper. We played badminton for about 2 years, but the training got boring because it wasn't real training, like challenging exercises and stuff. In the 7th grade I had the Osgood-Schlatter disease. It is an inflammation of the tendon at the knee caused by growing too fast, in puberty and doing sports. So my knee got a huge hump and I couldn't do sports for about a year, and that sucked, especially because we had tennis during that time in school and I found that it was a lot of fun. So I decided to try out tennis the next year after my knee healed. Playing tennis lasted longer than badminton. I played for about 3 years. But I played at a relatively small tennis club with only 4 courts. And we had only one good coach, and he also had a severe injury at his back. Meaning I had to quit again. That was in the 11th grade. I could have continued in a different club, but most of the clubs were quite expensive, so it didn't work out. For the next part I have to jump 2 years backwards to continue. Because I also had standard dancing lessons in the 9th grade. It was something that almost half the students of every 9th grade did, and something like a tradition, I think. It was a course of 3 months, and in the end we had like a competition. To be honest, I practiced dancing with my mom in between, because my parents had been taking dancing lessons for about 10 years. Yeah, my dancing partner and I won the competition in the end. I don't know how they messed up the order of the award ceremony. But my face, seriously, I look like I was high. I never really had a good cam face. Probably the wrong decision to start a YouTube channel. Yeah. But what to do about it, right? I continued dancing for like 1 year, but there weren't that many people who continued dancing. Guys? And it was also kinda expensive. So I also quit dancing. For now, meaning the last 2 years, I mainly go for a run in the morning. It is cheap and gives me the energy to start my day. Okay, that was a lot about school. Let's continue talking about school. I finished secondary school after 8 years and I had a really good time. I got to know a lot of great people, and I always like to think back to school because I really enjoyed the time. A few of you might still be in school or just finished school maybe and really didn't like it, and now think, what the hell did he smoke? I just have a really positive attitude. That's just who I am. That doesn't mean that I liked everything about school and always ran around with a smile on my face. I also care about bad things and always try to help people who had problems in school or in general. But I just try to maintain positive and see the good in people and things happening to me. In general, school wasn't that hard for me, and my grades were really good in the first years of school. But then they began to get worse, and especially in high school I tend to let things slide and didn't do my homework. And I got the worst grades ever in my school life. Okay, don't get me wrong, the grades weren't really bad, but for the grades that I was used to, they were kind of bad. I thought meeting with friends and partying and girls were more important. Although the last thing wasn't that successful in school because I didn't feel confident enough to ask girls out. Although I had a girlfriend the last year and she was amazing, I really fell in love with her. But my feelings changed in the last couple of months and I broke up recently because it didn't work out for me. I think our expectations about the relationship had been too different. Besides that, I also played a lot of video games during the 7th to 11th grade. Hey yo, the screen is black. Huh? And my grades dropped hard, especially in the last 2 years of school, which were essential for my graduation. And that was the time I noticed for myself that I had a huge interest in psychology. And that kinda hit me hard. Because to study psychology in Germany you need really good grades for your diploma. So I thought about different possibilities. Should I change my life completely and start studying like really crazy to push up my grades? Or was there something else I could do? I didn't know actually, because if I studied like crazy I wouldn't be able to do much other stuff. In February 2016, I was in the 11th grade at that time. A year and a few months before graduation, we had an exhibition of different universities and jobs at our school. And there were a few universities of the Netherlands. I spoke to the people, students from the universities, and one of them was a psychology student. He was really passionate about the university and the study itself. The point was that I just needed to graduate and the grades for my diploma didn't really matter. So I decided to go to the Netherlands. But, important note, if you're still in school and now get the idea that grades don't matter, don't get the wrong message. Just because I did this, I don't advise anyone to do it as well. I did this because it worked out for me personally. I prioritized the things that are important for me and found a solution for my way. An obstruction was that the whole study in the Netherlands was in English. And my English was okay. I mean, I could barely talk a few sentences. But I stayed graduated in 2017 and in the mid of August I moved to the Netherlands. Yeah, and started to study psychology at the university. Yeah, I know we aren't at the university at the moment. We are actually in my backyard. But it wasn't possible for me to get to the university. So I had to improvise. Yeah, well, you probably still ask yourself... wait a second. Now it's easier. Okay, yeah, you probably still ask yourself what exactly happened in the last 10 months.
But it actually turned out that I am a really smart brain, and I got my bachelor in only 9 months. Yeah, I don't know, that was completely nonsense. I barely passed the exams of the first 8 months actually. Because studying for an exam at school compared to at the university is completely different. Yeah, well, especially for me, because I didn't really study much in high school overall, so I never really learned to study. Yeah, well, but I managed somehow and passed the first exams, so I could have definitely continued to study psychology. But I got the feeling that my interest for the study psychology was kind of destroyed over time. Well, not really destroyed, but because I felt forced to study and didn't really have much fun doing it, my motivation just disappeared. That's why, yeah, the study didn't really feel right, or as it should be. And that was the time where I asked myself, what do I really want? Is this what I want? Do I want to do something to just have a degree in the end, but where I have to force myself studying and pretend that everything is okay? And a really important question for me was, what exactly is my passion, and where and how can I find it? Because I realized for myself that I don't want to be in a job later on where I just earn money but don't really like what I do. Not that I don't like psychology. I think it is really interesting and crucial to understand us, the human being. But I noticed for myself that I need to do something more practical, something different. Something that I have a lot of fun doing and can be passionate about. But I couldn't find my passion in this. So this wasn't what I wanted. I wanted to find my passion, because if you do something you're passionate about, it is not work for you, it is life. It is enjoying every part of it. Every hour, every minute, every second you are doing it. So I tried to figure out what this passion might be for me. And I guess you already figured out what it is. Cinematography, for those who didn't figure it out in the last like 20 minutes. It isn't that easy to explain how exactly I came to this point in my life. It is a long process, and it takes a lot of time and patience to figure it out. I actually took a lot of advice from creators on YouTube. Of course, it was also my decision to quit the study and to go into this direction, but they played a really crucial role in this. I know, this sounds crazy. But it is fact that these people on YouTube, live their lives as they want to live it. They have the possibility to be and do whatever they want. I know. This is way more complicated and there's a lot more into it. And I don't expect me to become a YouTuber with like thousands or millions of subscribers. Well, at least not directly. I mean, it would be awesome if I can make a living out of it. I mean, anytime in the future maybe, but it is really hard and I'm aware of that. But still, I think YouTube is a really great possibility to start making videos, because you can practice and learn all this by yourself, and you can build up a channel, and the essential part, you can connect to people all over the world. You can share your work, your videos,
your movies to an audience and get direct response to it, and also ask for critique to improve. I think this is such a great possibility for everyone who wants to share their work, share something they are really passionate about. For me, it is making videos and trying to bring value to my audience, meaning to you. Something that really helped me to figure out what I want in my life, and this is also an advice for you, is to deeply think about yourself. Take your time and think about who you are and what shaped your personality. What characteristics do you have, and what values are important for you? Do you feel responsible for other people and maybe think you have an obligation to take care of them? Then going to work at a hospital might be something for you. I mean, this is just an example, but it can also be something completely else. For example, sports, politics, or I don't know, the media. But the important thing is everyone is different and everyone has something else he or she might be passionate about. The crucial part about this is you have to get to know yourself and always be open-minded for changes, especially if you're not happy with your life at the moment. Nobody can make bigger changes in your life than you by yourself. You know yourself the best, and if you trust yourself and your decisions, you will know what you want in your life. I know this sounds kind of weird, you have to get to know yourself, but think about it. Did you ever take your time to actually sit down and think in depth about who you are? Or think about past experiences? For example, why you made a specific decision in that situation? Or what made you say that in that situation? Or why did that work out but that didn't work out? Everything we do or did in the past was the result of traits of our personality. I know this sounds really complicated, and it is also a really difficult topic, and it is also some deep psychological stuff, which is also not completely explored yet. But what you should take out of all this is that I think that you have the possibility to decide for yourself who you want to be, and that you're not completely shaped by your experiences, and that you can change who you are. And my message for you in the end of this video is to follow your heart, your desires, what you really want to do. Find your passion and let nobody stop you from chasing your dreams. It is your life and it lies in your hands to make it worth living. Keep your heads up. Always.
To mark a new beginning. We are the ones of the spoken